Testing. Saya kini berada di Stadium Jalan Besar Singapura menjelang aksi. Tes.
Good evening and welcome to the heart, the soul, and of course, what I'd call the temple of all football in Singapore. This is Jalan Besar Stadium, where we will get started with the AFF Suzuki Cup 2014 Group B matches. We start off with the first one, which is Malaysia versus Myanmar, and just a little later, a couple of hours later, at the National Stadium, it will be Singapore taking on Thailand. Deja vu in that game as far as the meeting is concerned, because let's not forget both the finalists in 2012, with Singapore coming out tops in that encounter. But what we are concerned with today is two teams that spell a certain similarity, and that's besides the alphabet M. We start off with, of course, Malaysia, who are 2010 champions, failed to recreate the magic in 2012, but here they are again. Myanmar, probably the fastest developing Southeast Asian football nation next to Philippines, and there's a reason for it. We've had some excellent work that's been put in by Mr. Zozo U, who's really worked very hard with not just the Myanmar Football Association, but also with the AFC, and of course the AFF in bringing his team up. He took the under-23 Myanmar team to
Saya kini berada di
FIFA
Stadium Jalan
Under-23
Besar Singapura
World Cup,
menjelang
which will take
aksi
place,
pembukaan
FIFA Under-23
saingan
World Cup,
kumpulan B Piala
which
Suzuki
takes place,
AFF
next year.
membawakan skuad kebangsaan kita Malaysia
And
berdepan
today,
Myanmar.
we are going to
Dan
see
untuk
his
perlawanan
efforts,
pada hari ini skuad
with
negara
helping the
menerima
team,
tamparan hebat apabila
which is now
kita dapat menurunkan Muslim
coached
Ahmad
by
yang menjadi
the one and
pergantungan
only
satu
and
perlawanan
most
selepas
successful
mendapat kad
AFF
merah dalam
coach,
aksi
the very
persahabatan
score,
berdepan Vietnam
Abramovich,
16 November
better known
lalu.
to
Itulah saya
Singapore
menurunkan
as
barisan
Rani
terkuat
Abramovich,
untuk
and
mencapai misi
a
meraih
coach
3
who
mata
spent a good
sulung
bit of
dalam
time
saingan kali
on
ini.
Singapore shows,
Penjaga
taking
gol
them
yang
to 3
Karo Fahmi
titles.
Cik Mat
So
back
it's all
kanan
happening
akan
right here
digalas oleh
at the
Mahali
Jalan Besar
Jasuli.
Stadium
Manakala
in
dua
Singapore.
back
The
tengah
rain will
akan
pour down.
diisi
There'll
oleh
be
Fazli
lots of
Syaz
instances
bersama
where
dengan
we
Afif
have
Aminuddin.
to
Manakala
make
di
do with
posisi
slippery
back
surfaces
kiri pula
and wet
menyaksikan
areas,
Zubair
but
Azmi
that's not
mengisi
going to stop
posisi tersebut.
our
Bahagian
teams
tengah
from getting
akan
out there
dikemudi
and
Syukur
packing
Adan,
a punch.
Gary Steven
Stay with
Robert.
us. The action
Manakala di
unfolds
bahagian
in
sayap
just a little bit
kanan
right here in
Azamudin
Jalan
Akil,
Besar,
sayap kiri
in the
S.
heart
Kunalan, dan
of
dua
beautiful
penyerang yang disandarkan
but
harapan
a bit
untuk
damp
meraih
today,
jaringan pada
Singapore.
perlawanan hari ini ialah Nosyarul Ilan Talaha dan juga Amri Yahya. Kita mengharapkan kemenangan sulung bagi skuad kebangsaan kita, dan meskipun beraksi tanpa tonggak benteng yang cukup penting iaitu Muslim Ahmad, pemain-pemain sudah pasti menyedari tanggungjawab yang dipikul mereka dalam misi untuk mencapai 3 mata berharga pada aksi pembukaan Piala Suzuki kali ini. Kemenangan mampu mencerahkan laluan ke peringkat separuh akhir, dan sudah pasti ramai peminat di tanah air juga mendoakan kejayaan pasukan kebangsaan kita di Stadium Jalan Besar Singapura. Bagi peminat di tanah air, anda boleh menyaksikan siaran secara langsung di saluran Fox Sport dan sepak mula bermula tepat jam 5 petang ini. Jadi setakat itu saja, sudah langsung bersama saya. Pastikan anda terus memberi sokongan kepada skuad Harimau Melaya kita, biarpun hanya sekadar menyaksikan secara langsung perlawanan ini di saluran Fox Sport. Dan sekali lagi, sepak mula bermula jam 5 petang. Kita kembali bersama rakan setugas di Wisma Ali Bawal.
Good evening. It's time for the wait to end, for the rain to stop, and for the action to kick off right here at the Jalan Besar Stadium in the heart of Singapore, where Malaysia take on Myanmar in the opening game of Group B. This, of course, is the ASEAN region's topmost footballing honour. We'll tell you a bit more about it in just a bit, but first up, we've got to do our alma mater. It's the national anthems of the respective teams on field. We were just waiting for things to clear up a bit, try to get the ground or the surface a bit dry, and we do apologize, of course, for that hour delay. Couldn't help it, the water wouldn't stop coming down. We'll start with the national anthem of Team Myanmar. Sorry, the national anthem of Malaysia first. National anthem of Malaysia, now for the national anthem of Team Myanmar. The national anthem of Myanmar. Let's get you acquainted with our starting lineups for the day, and then a little bit of history on the teams. We shall talk about how the form of the teams on field has been in recent times as well. But first up, let's remind you, it is the starting lineups that are most important for us. We've got to find out who will be the main warriors from Malaysia. Here it is. It's going to be Khairul Fahmi and Need the Bar. In defense, you got Zubair Azmi, Fadli Shas, Shukor Adnan, and Mahali Jasuli, the experienced player. As far as midfield is concerned, Gary Stephen, Robat, S. Kunalan, and Azamuddin Akil. In strike, we've got Muhammad Amri Yaya, along with Nur Sharur Idlan Talaha. For Myanmar, it's going to be Tihasitu Need the Bar. He's also, well, the captain of the team. In defense, you've got Ongzo, David Hatan, Kin Mongluin, and Win Min Tat. In midfield, we've got Min Min Tu, Tin Win Ong, Nanda Lin Kyo, and Ki Lin. And let's let's quickly, of course, get you down to our strikers. Kyoko Ko will be the man in charge of the strike for Myanmar. Our match referees for the day, we've got Kurbanov Chari Murat, who is our main referee. He's been assisted by Alumri Fahad Awaid of Saudi Arabia, Denier Gadara Palitha Parakrama Himatunga of Sri Lanka. These are two assistant referees. Our fourth official is Ilgiz Tantashev from Uzbekistan. Kurbanov Chari Murat comes from Turkmenistan. Now let's get straight down to business when it comes to looking at the AFF Championship. The ASEAN Football Federation Championship, as it's better known, or now the AFF Suzuki Cup, formerly the Tiger Cup, the ASEAN Football Championship. It's come a long way. This is the 10th edition of the AFF Championship, and it is Southeast Asia's biggest football tournament. Now, this year it's being currently hosted by Singapore and Vietnam. A few matches, of course, well, did kick off yesterday. We had Philippines pulling off a 4-1 commanding victory over Laos, and of course Vietnam finishing with a 2-2 draw against Indonesia. That's Radojko Avramovic, or better known to us as Radi Avramovic, the most successful coach in the AFF. Took Singapore to 3 titles. And also on the other side of the fence, we've got another legend from Malaysia, Dola bin Saleh, who is their main coach. It is Myanmar that won the toss and chose the side, so Malaysia kick off proceedings in the game. Nosharul Idlan Talaha and Mohammad Amri Yahya get it started. Let's also very quickly remind you of the fact that it's about 26 degrees Celsius, 98% relative humidity. We've had heavy showers, of course, which delayed the game by an hour. On the right. Shukar Adnan is the captain of Malaysia, and leading Myanmar this time it's Kim Mong Luen. Normally it's Tihasi Tu who's led the team previously. State of the defence not to worry. Fadli Shah standing in the way of Keelan. Ahali and then Karen Fabio helping out. It's Keelan. Takes the corner. Giving that ball a bit too much in flight. Looking for a way through. Karil Fami will make a routine save. Got a good amount of Myanmar faithful here. They've come out in numbers to support their team. Now let's not forget, of course, that Jalan-Besar Stadium isn't really massive in size, but it's big in heart. 8,000 people can be accommodated here at a given time. We've got a full house today. It's a massive turnout. And with the Suzuki Cup, definitely a very, very tense contest. Ali will take the throw for Malaysia. Will be picked up by Gary Robot down the centre. Slips to the left. Fadli Shahs, the long ball. Standing right in the path of Mohammad Amri is Winmin Hutt. Throw taken by Zubair Azmi. pull it away. Kim Mong-win with the assist. Run by Yanong Kyo. Oh, he manages to get past. Well, all obstructions in his path. Well, almost got a bit of fancy footwork going there. But unfortunately at the last moment for Kyo Koko. Almost kept the ball within the line of play. Good to knock it back in. Once it slipped out, Fami. Takes the goal kick for Team Malaysia. Khairul, of course, got married on December 28, 2012. He and his wife, Luni Natasha Jaffer, have a daughter. She was born last year named Kayla Elena. Their pride and joy. He suddenly says he's actually become better at the game after becoming a father. More responsible, I guess. Kind of fits for a goalkeeper. Team Malaysia in with the chance show! And that's ruled out. What a chance here for Mohamed Amri Yahya to have knocked that in. Did the flag go up? Was it offside? It certainly was, and that's exactly what Denie Gedara Palita Parakrama Himatunga, our assistant referee, well, seems to be saying very clearly the flag did go up. Bit unfortunate there for Mohamed Amri Yahya. That could have been the first goal. And well, just a bit of joy for the supporters of Harimau Malaya who've turned up here today. Trying to slap the ball through. Ongzo. To Kim Mong-win. Myanmar still holding on. Keelan finds David Atan. Keelan will receive it again. Well, that's a decent setup and a sheer miss here. Ongzo with the assist. He needed a bit of guidance there. But Nanda Linkyo Chit and Min Minthu were the closest. Nanda Kyo unable to convert here. It's a lovely setup by David Atan, sorry, and not Ongzo. Close call for Nanda Linkyo Chit. Jasuli. They almost took that one through, but that's picked up safely by Tin Winong. Team Myanmar back in possession. Here comes Keelan. Well, he did make the splash in 2012. He was definitely looked at as one of the future stars of the ASEAN region. Well, had a bit of a dip in performance due to injuries a while back, but he's back on the scene. It's fairly interesting to see what he can do here today. There's Gary Rabat. Rabat from a quick turnaround. That's a sweet assist straight into the danger area. Excellent work being done here by Tut. Whitman Tut was able to clear the danger very easily. Ali Jasuli. Sign of the kind of water that's on the field. Helped over by the captain of Malaysia, Shukar Adnan. And that splash, well, would have been fun if it was on a hot day on the beach or by the pool. And he was still in university, chilling out with his friends. But the field that can be pretty harsh. At least in this situation, I'd say. As we can see, Team Myanmar really trying to push as hard as they can. Well, they've led attack for the past couple of minutes. Eager to put the pressure on Malaysia now. Here's Kyokoko, alternating between him and Keelan to take the corner. Strange moments when you think about it. Well, Saleh would be concerned. His boys haven't been able to turn around any magic as such. Very farmy. Take the goal kick. Well, very easily done there. Myanmar did have a few chances, including a corner. Couldn't do much with it. And this time it's DRC2 who's called into action. Well, by his defenders before Malaysian attack and get ahead. Still goalless here at the Jalan Besar Stadium. It's been quite an easy start. Not too many shots on goal. Malaysia have come fairly close. Besides that offside, they haven't really made it count. Ali Jasuli with the setup. And that's going to be a caution for certain. And it's Gary Stephen Robot. Next set up, plays for Harimau Muda. That's a harsh tackle. Absolutely harsh tackle on Yanon Kyo. It's a good call actually by the referee. Trying to rut. Satan puts it away rather quickly. That's centered for Min 2. Here's Satan. Pass to the left flank. Karel Fahmy will have it covered. No reason to worry for Team Malaysia for the time being. We're just going to tell you a little bit about the form book and how it reads actually against the two opponents here. But first, more important is just to keep in the loop that this is the 10th AFF Suzuki Cup. Singapore won it on 4 occasions: 98, 2004, 2007, 2012. We were semi-finalists in 2008. Thailand have won it twice: 96, 2000, 2002. Runners-up in 2007, 2008, and 2012. Myanmar finished 4th in 2004. And Team Malaysia reached the semi-finals in 2000, 2004, 2007, and 2012. The runners-up in 96 and champions in 2010. Go. Scramble here for the ball still. Both teams trying to get a grip on what the plan is. Here come the Malaysian Tigers. It's a nudge over by Yanon Kyo and a free kick opportunity for Team Malaysia. Another shot taken. A bit more power behind it. Straight back at you. That's what DRC2 says. Once again, Team Malaysia grab possession. It's straight off now. Down to Zubair Azmi. That's a helping hand coming in from Kunalan. Myanmar back in possession. Down the left flank. And that's picked up safely. Karel Fahmy. Appreciation from Fadli Shas. Karel Fahmy earlier with the save. Got another casualty on field. We're just going to try and figure out if Kyoko goes okay, and he certainly seems to be. Well, time hasn't been too kind to either of the nations on field. Both have failed to hit the target. It's been a bit of a scramble with both trying to get used to each other's game plan, but let me remind you, it's not easy playing in this condition, especially the edges of the field. It's absolutely wet. There's puddles of water, and if you see some of the lads fall into it, it actually looks like they could be swimming around in there. Back to the action on field. Here we go, a quick run down the right flank. Keelan taking that through, gets outside the box, and he's doing it with conviction. Last minute defense. It's going to be a corner opportunity for Myanmar. Well done though by Mohammad Afif Amiruddin. Right place at the right time. The Malaysian defender does well to stick a foot out. Saves Khairul Fahmi the blushes as well. Plays for PDRM. Mohammad Jasuli. Here go Team Myanmar all over again. It's a bit of confusion on the back line. Well, here we go. Gary Rabat pulls it away. And that's definitely going to be a caution for David Atan. Unnecessary if you ask me, but David Atan picks up the first yellow card for a Myanmar player in the AFF Suzuki Cup 2014. Gary Stephen Rabat, who was brought down, did the honours for Malaysia just a while back, so there's nothing new about it. David Atan. Again, slight step up, Kunalan. Giving Gary Rabat a hand. We're just about to pass the first quarter of the game. It's been fairly interesting so far. Opportunity for Team Malaysia. What can Harimau Malaya do here? And that too against the team we know as the White Angels. It's Dola Saleh. He's been a legend of sorts. And his time with, I'll tell you a bit about both coaches actually. Back to Tiasi Dola bin Saleh. He's one of Malaysia's top footballers in the 80s and 90s. And he, along with strike partner Zainal Abidin Hassan, were remembered as the twin strikers by local football fans. Dola was first introduced to Malaysian football in 1982 when he played for Johor FA. It was a very competitive team back then. They still are a great team. Dola Saleh took PDRM FA to the Malaysian Premier League title last year. He's been very successful with other clubs. Word of caution there from the referee to Fadli Shahs. And that's for tackling Kyokoko. Now, Dola Saleh played for Johor FA, Selangor FA, Pahang FA, Malacca FA, and Negeri Sembilan FA, scoring 143 goals in 257 appearances. For Malaysia from 1985 to 1996, he scored 48 goals in 97 appearances. That's almost a goal every 2 games. pass rather than the free kick. That's what Myanmar opt for. Keelan picks it up from David Tan. They're trying to drive that through. No penalty, of course, will be granted, and Keelan's not going to appeal for one either. Teams managed by Tola Saleh, Selangor MPPJ, Selangor FA, Kuantan Port, Shazan, Muda FC, Pahang FA, PDRM FA from 2014, Malaysia. Radi Abramovich will have to put his thinking cap on. That is for certain. Let's also remind you that the other two teams in Group B, which is Singapore and Thailand, defending champions and runners-up from 2012, they faced each other at the Singapore National Stadium later today. That's at the big stadium, which has been renovated, rebuilt. It's really quite an architectural feast to actually look at it. Got an opportunity for Malaysia. Myanmar will pull it away very easily. Here's Keelan. Falls at the referee's feet. That almost seemed like it was out of an animation strip. His hand pulling at the referee's feet, and the referee Kurbano Chari Murat just taken by surprise. There's no doubt about it. Fadli Shas. It's Keelan who takes the knock. And it's Zumar Azmi, not Shas. It's a guilty party this time. As you can see, I did mention this earlier, the surface has been very slippery. It's not easy to actually maintain your balance on it. You can't time your shots well because the ball travels a lot slower and can actually fall short of what you speculate when you take the shot. And it's something, of course, that most professional footballers know very well, and they can gauge the situation accordingly. But around to the side, especially next to the crowd where we've got the camera focused right now, what you're going to see is on that area, there's a lot of wet patches, and that makes it quite difficult for players to move around there, especially when they fall down. You can see the water being kicked off. If they fall flat on it, it's almost like a massive puddle there. Well, I would think that our lads on ground did the best that they could to clean up or to mop away the water that was really on the main pitch area. Now, she's talking about how the Super Soaker could help in this respect. They have it on many cricket grounds around the world, and actually mops or sops up or mops up or vacuums a lot of the water out. Well, that's routine save for Khairul Fahmi. Now, the problem exists, of course, if there's sand on the pitch mixed in and it comes loose, then what do you do? Probably have a filter for that to just pull in the water. Sand is granular in structure, and it's just very fine. So we've got another player down from Myanmar. The policy from Shukur Adnan to Ongzo. Just looked like a little lamb when he was being offered a hand up. Malaysia captain, of course, very seriously confirming the fact that he was actually doing it for the ball. Mahali will take the throw-in. Still struggling to hit the target. Both countries on field. Here's Keelan back again. He was picked in the 2012 Dream Team. Keelan. Can't believe it. But he's been called up again for what could have been possibly another foul. Here's a free kick opportunity for Team Malaysia. So we've just crossed the half-hour mark. Looking to slip that through was Keelan. Earlier. Well, here he is. Almost gets on top of things, but it's picked up by Gary Rabat. Rabat finds Mahali Chisuli. Oh, lovely through pass there, but that's pulled away by the captain of the White Angels. So, Kin Mongluin, alert to the danger. Fabulous through pass from Mahali Chisuli, just found the gap. Got an opportunity for Malaysia. There's every chance that they could hit the target, set themselves well into a commanding position in the first period. And that's headed wide. Couldn't do much on the back line. Mohamed Afif Amiruddin. Well, earlier, but right out here. Well, he does fail to convert. It was never going to be easy. He heads it away from the target. Just gets a friendly pat from Fadli Shas. Probably in his mind would be thinking right now, how could you miss that? Ball sailed out of line. Straight off Kunalan's feet. Which is why Myanmar got the throw-in. Here we go. David Atan and Keelan once again. The Myanmar attack just looking solid for a bit. It's always going to be tough there for Kia Koko and Min Min Tu to do much. Well, with 4 lads from the Malaysian Tigers standing right in front of them. It's another time when Gary Rabat has gone down. Was tackled by Min Min Tu. Min Min Tu push, which is where referee will have word there with Gary Rabat. While we did speak about the Malaysian coach, let's not forget to talk about the Myanmar coach, who is Radoshko Avramovic, or better known to us as Radi Avramovic. A Serbian by descent, played for Yugoslavia as a goalkeeper, made 1 appearance for his country from 1978. Discontinued his law studies 2 years into university to become a footballer. Started his playing career with club FK Borak Kachak and then moved to HNK Rijeka. It's Keelan who's down once again, and Gary Robat looks like he's going to pick up another card. Oh, this is disaster for the Malaysians. Gary Stephen Robat gets the marching orders. It's his second caution in the first period, and it's a straight red. There's no doubt about it now. Well, that's really unfortunate. Well, that didn't seem like it was a handball. Well, let's get a closer view of that. Could that have been too harsh a decision? Keelan with an appeal. Very unfortunate for Gary Stephen Robat. I don't know if that second yellow card was warranted. Well, when you're playing for club and you get sent off the field, it's not such a big problem because you know you're going to skip a game, you'll come back and play. When you're playing for your country and it's a tournament that, like the ASEAN Football Championship, it changes everything around entirely. And that's the sad bit. So, well, I can't help but feel sorry for Gary Stephen Robat. I don't know if that decision really should have been a red. Keelan, well, throwing in a bit of drama. So Malaysia down to 10 men. Puts them in a bit of an odd position. Khairul Fahmy. Aziz. Aziz back again. Sabir Alsby, that's his full name. By a few of his friends and teammates as Aziz. Yes, Khairul Fahmy. Well, just puts the pressure on Team Malaysia now, with being a man shot on field. Myanmar would be very eager to exploit. Well, that disadvantage. Yes, Keelan will earn the corner for Team Myanmar. Sabir Alsby with the defensive foot out. Good thinking on the part of the Malaysian defender. So another corner. It's Keelan back again. That's got to be a terrible corner taken way beyond the reach of his teammate Min Min Tu. I was just telling you about Radi Avramovic before everything broke loose. Now, Radi Avramovic, way back in 1978, he was scouted by Notts County manager Jimmy Cyril, who signed him for a record fee of £200,000 in 1979, and came to regard Avramovic as one of his best players ever. He contributed with 16 clean sheets. The club was promoted to the first division in 1981, and they returned to the top flight after 54 years. Radi Avramovic made a total of 167 appearances for Notts County before moving to Covent City for the 83-84 season. So Myanmar, once again, their plans were thwarted by the Malaysian defence. July 2003 is when Radi was unveiled as coach of the Singapore national team. So he's played for Notts County, Covent City and OFK Beograd besides Borak Kachak and HNK Rijeka. the teams that Radi's managed: Oman under 23, Kuwait assistant coach, Kuwait under 23, Kuwait national team, Ruby, then Singapore from 2003 to 2012, his longest stint, and finally Myanmar from 2014. Well, under him, Singapore have won the 2004 ASEAN Championships, 2007 and 2012. There he is. Will always be Singapore's most loved coach. He and his wife Bratislava, well, have a son. His wife gave up a career in psychology to follow him to England when he signed for Notts County. That's what you call true romance. Now his son Ivan, who recently graduated with a master's degree in media studies from Covent University, well, looks like he's going to be covering the game rather than playing it. Maybe, you never know. And he's picked up a caution. Well, he says, I won't accept it. It's a bit odd there. Yanong Kyo was trying to figure out, well, that's the funniest way to question the referee's decision. Well, it was a foul by him. No doubt about it. At this time, it's Norsharul Idlan Talaha, well, who was at the receiving end of that challenge. A glare there from Yanong Kyo. 25 years old, plays for Yangon United Club. Free kick opportunity, and Team Malaysia have got something to smile about. The Malaysian supporters just going really silent after Gary Stephen Novak was sent off field. He will miss the next game, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, that's a good save by Tiasitu. That should have been shot in on the rebound. And a well-taken free kick. Mohamed Amri Yahya was on course to hit the target. But that's put away by Tiasitu. And that shot on the rebound, not doing much actually. Team Malaysia have had, well, the opportunities have been few and far between to hit the target, but they've done what they could so far. Well, looking back at form coming into this game, since April 2014, that's when the build-up has been there. In friendlies, Malaysia drew with Philippines, goalless, lost 4-1 to Tajikistan, lost 2-0 to Malaysia, beat Cambodia 4-1. Then were beaten 3-0 by Malaysia on the 12th of November and lost to Vietnam 3-1 on the 16th of November. It hasn't been a good ride for them coming into this game. Myanmar, on the other hand, let's take a look at them. They've had a better ride. They lost 6-0 to Vietnam on the 2nd of July, but came back to beat Palestine 4-1 on the 3rd of September. Won 3-2 over Philippines on the 6th of September. Drew goalless with Timor-Leste. Beat Brunei 3-1 in the AFC Champions League. Sorry, in the ASEAN Football Championship qualifiers. They beat Cambodia 1-0. They went on to win the qualification process. And then, of course, they beat Laos 2-1. They've been in excellent form coming into this game. Spent up by Cumberland. Cumberland failing to get it away from Yanong Kyo. One player I'd love to see on field and didn't get to see him recently in the under-19s is Tan Pang. He's 17 years old, plays for Yangon United Youth. He's a wonderful lad to watch on field, really bright talent. And that's tackled by Kyokoko that brings Kunalan down. Would have been viewed as detrimental by the referee. There's no doubts about it. There's Khairul Fahmi bin Shamat. Well, he stretched that all the way into the Myanmar goal area, but quick defensive work being done there by Kim Wong-lun. And Team Myanmar will pull that away. A quick run by Tin Binong. Here's Keelan. Finds the gap there. And also finds Kyokoko. Kyokoko to David Atan. Keelan will step in. That ball sailed out of line. We are nearing the end of the first period. Let's not forget we will have a bit of added time thrown in for stoppages. 2 minutes. Bang on the dot, thanks to our graphics lad. So 2 minutes of added time. It's still no change in the scoreline here at Jalan Besar. Khairul Fahmi makes a very easy save there. And the strongest effort from Team Myanmar, but just a gentle nudge. You might have seen that ball hit the target and Khairul Fahmi been distracted. Picked up safely. As well. And that's picked up in that scramble. That ball could have just, well, slipped past the RC2. Well, good work being done by the Myanmar custodian. Stretched over nice and easy by Tin Binong. Just might be a chance here for Myanmar to hit the target before they get into the break. And another corner for Myanmar. Well, a few of the things that Keelan is really good at doing, you wonder over a period of time that he'll mature into an even stronger footballer. Well, had the talent in 2012. Was very immature back then. He'll just find himself at the receiving end of a caution. He riles up the assistant referee. Yes, Nur Sharul. Maul Malaya running through, and the referee has blown the whistle. Kinman Long asking why. And Azamuddin Akil seems to be saying, I'll tell you. Well, Akil was brought down. Well, that's very clearly a tackle by the Myanmar captain. And we've got a player down. It's David Atan. Kim Wong-lun, now 25 years old, plays for Yangon United, captain of the Myanmar national team. Well, that camera replay did catch David Atan going down. Was there a collision with a Malaysian player? It seemed like it. Figured what happened. Here's David Atan. Well, it was Kunalan. That's very clearly a foul. Well, it's surprising that the referee didn't see that on the side. It's a bit of a tussle between the two players before Kunalan, well, kicked out. So there was a simultaneous foul, won by the Myanmar captain, which awarded the free kick to Team Malaysia. Mahali. Was a Mudinakil. It is Mahali who takes the kick. That's a good save. PRC2 knocks it away. And it's half-time here at the Jalan Besar Stadium in Singapore as the teams play out a goalless affair. Well, let's confirm it that it is half-time for you. Well, it certainly is. So it's Malaysia 0, Myanmar 0 in the first game of Group B. We've still got one more half to go, so do stay with us to find out which of these two nations will walk away with maximum points and, of course, maybe even a group-topping performance. We'll get back with all the action from the second period in just a little bit, but half-time score, it's Malaysia 0, Myanmar 0. Welcome back to second half action at the Jalan Besar Stadium in Singapore, where Malaysia and Myanmar resume their battle in the opening game of Group B in the 2014 AFF Championship, also known as the AFF Suzuki Cup. And let's not forget that it's been a very odd first period, with Gary Stephen Robart being shown 2 cautions and then of course a resulting red card. So Malaysia are a man short, and that's how we start off the second period. 10 men Malaysia against full squad Myanmar. But let's not forget that the scoreline at halftime was still Malaysia 0, Myanmar 0, and that's how we start off the second period. Into the second half here, with the White Angels kicking off proceedings in the second period. Kiokoko with the delivery, it's turned away easily by Mahali Chisuli. It's Kiokoko back again. That over nice and easy. It's picked up on the outside now by Kim Wong-Lun. Thief able to get off the danger. Keelan takes control. Keelan weaving his way past the Malaysian defence. And Harimau Malaya, well, reclaiming possession. Akil trying to take that one through. A couple of times today. Well, just spoke about how Malaysia's form hasn't been the best coming into this tournament. We've had a couple of, well, 2 actually to be precise, 2 defeats coming into this game, both on the 12th and 16th of November. Lost 3-0 to Syria and then 3-1 to Vietnam in friendlies. Myanmar, on the other hand, did play the qualification stage. They had to qualify for the group stages of the AFF Suzuki Cup. Drew goalless with Timor-Leste, beat Brunei 3-1, defeated Cambodia 1-0, and then got the better of Laos 2-1. They've been in very, very good form. Let's not forget that they're also, Team Myanmar, well, finished in the top 4 in the AFC Under-19 Championship, won automatic qualification to the FIFA Under-20 World Cup, which will be played in New Zealand next year. There's Khairul Fahmi. I did mention this earlier, Myanmar, one of the fastest developing football nations next to the Philippines in Southeast Asia. They mean business when they get onto field. But as history goes and as statistics will have proved, Malaysia are a team that does score in the second period in the ASEAN Championship. And as my good friend Mark Richmond, of course, well, did put it, they have the highest strike rate in the second period, 66%, as compared to any other team. So, left to be seen whether the Malaysian Tigers can stick it to the White Angels today, or will it be the White Angels in full flight? Big question here. Well, the next part of the game will certainly tell us a story. Down on the ground. So here we go. Free kick opportunity for Team Myanmar. That's a wasted shot. Lights the ball too much there. Kyokoko. Set play between him and Keelan. An opportunity for Malaysia. Gunalan. Pass it to Subarazmi. Well, no Mohamed Saleh today on field. He was 2010's top goal scorer. Also the man responsible for Malaysia winning the tournament in the end with his performances in the semi-final and the final. 5 minutes into the second period, still no change in the scoreline here at the Jalan Besar Stadium in Singapore. Well, remember, while the Singapore games are played today, there's also the Vietnam games that are played on the alternate day. Mohamed Amri Yahya, the receiving end of, well, a challenge there from Min Min too. To get to it. Kim Wong-Win will take the throw in. Suzuki. Just displaying a bit of fancy footwork there for a bit. It's pulled away by Myanmar once again. Good pass from Tim Renong. That's sent ahead. Shas. Well, the pace of the games is moving up by a notch. Let's not forget that Malaysia and Myanmar, dating back to 2003, have met on 6 occasions, out of which Malaysia have won 3 of those games. Myanmar have won just a single game in their last 6 encounters with Malaysia, when they beat Malaysia 2-1 in the Asian Cup qualifiers. That was on the 24th of October 2003. It's 11 years since then. On the last 2 occasions the nations met was on the 23rd of October 2008. Malaysia beat Myanmar 4-0 in a friendly. And then, of course, Malaysia beat Myanmar in a friendly again on the 18th of June 2011. That was 2-0. Let's not forget the Myanmar team has gone through many changes, and there's a lot being done in the Southeast Asian for the development of football. Mr. Zozo U, one of the very enterprising businessmen that they have in Myanmar, well, he's really worked very hard with the Myanmar Football Association, and of course with the ASEAN as well as the Asian, well, football heads to help Myanmar develop a beautiful game back home. More training facilities, better salaries for players, more clubs, of course, making an entry, and it's high competition there. So they've certainly got something to cheer about. Can Myanmar do well in the ASEAN Football Championship, now of course known as the AFF Championship? Left to be seen. Oh, that's a defensive slip-up. And Team Malaysia may have just squandered a very good opportunity there. Gunalan picking up the ball. Well, needed to knock that home. Was obstructed by the Myanmar defense, and here's Mohamed Amri Yahya. Well, that's what you call a golden goose. You get hold of it, you want to knock that home. Kunalan. Well, it's just a matter of timing. Had his foot on the ball, but Yanong Kyo getting his foot on the way just in time. And put the brakes on Kunalan's desire to hit the target. Kyo. Talent provider for his captain. Keelan failing to pull it away. Yanong Kyo trying to do his bit. Akil guilty of a foul. Min Thu at the receiving end of that tackle. Khairul setting the ball on the line just right. Got massive support here for Team Myanmar, as you can see. It's really massive. There's college students, there's folks that work in Singapore, and there are many who've travelled from Myanmar just to support their team. It's really wonderful. Did see this phenomenon when Vietnam played in Singapore way back in 2008. It was in the semi-finals when Vietnam got the better of Singapore. What a turn of events that was, right in the heart of, well, the home team support was a sea of Vietnamese supporters, and we're looking at that today where Malaysia, of course, do have support, but Myanmar got a massive crowd that's turned up. Another opportunity wasted by Team Malaysia as Myanmar defence taken away. And once again, it's Min Thu. Well, he goes down to a challenge or a tackle. We've got to get a view of that replay. The referee will let that pass. But Mohammad Amri Yahya quite surprised by, well, the way that Min Thu rolled over. Well, it wasn't really as bad as it seemed. A few of the Myanmar lads can be drama queens. Keelan, well, leads that back. Khairul Fahmy stepping out of his comfort zone to push that away. Myanmar captain Kim Won Wing just setting things right. It's got Ong Saw keep him company, and Winman Hutt as well. Here's Keelan now. Escapes the challenge. Kyo. And Kyo to Keelan. Keelan finding the captain, Kim Wong. Will let that ball fly into no man's land. Well, as I said earlier, Mohamed Safi Salih, well, not in the starting lineup today, but he is on the bench. You might see him come on later. Also, no Safiq Rahim, the man who captained the 2010 Malaysia team to ASEAN glory, both on the bench today. Simple pass by Ongso, finds the gap, and Mali Jasuli getting the ball off Keelan. Jasuli himself has been around playing as a right back, can also play as a defensive midfielder for quite a period of time. Joined Team Malaysia in 2009, has made 38 appearances, scoring 2 goals. He's played for Harimau Muda, Selangor FA, and now plays for Johor Darul Taksim FC. It's the same team where, well, his good friend Safi Salih has been loaned out to by Arima Cronus, and now, of course, Safi Salih bought by Johor Darul Taksim. Free kick opportunity for Malaysia, fouled by Yanong Kyo. Keelan steps in. Bit of bad blood there between Keelan and Azamuddin Akil. Akil not happy about Keelan using the shoulder. Just a glare there from the Myanmar midfielder. A glaring challenge. And that looks to be a worry. Azamuddin Akil. Will get a caution from the referee. Not happy with his brush with Keelan. Just gets his reply out. Well, that's very clearly a foul. Kicks out at the back of Keelan's leg. So Azamuddin Akil picks up a caution too. Saleh will be concerned about his lad's performance here. It hasn't been the best start for Malaysia, but Myanmar have actually held their own today. It's been a fairly impressive run for them. They've actually taken the game to the Malaysians. Yes, Kyoko. That's another ball that sails into no man's land. What is it? With free kicks, Radi Avramovic would have to go back and put his thinking cap on. None of the free kicks, or really the shots that the Myanmar team have taken, have really spelt accuracy. And that might be a bit of a worry for them with the future games in the tournament. Let's very quickly take a look at the lineup for Group B. While Group A has Philippines, Indonesia, Vietnam and Laos in there, Group B has got Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand and Myanmar. This could very well be termed as a group of death. Myanmar won the qualification stage. Now Laos came runners-up. Now Myanmar are in here with Thailand, 3-time champions and runners-up of 2012. Singapore 4-time champions, and Malaysia 2010 champions. This could very well be the really tight group that we're looking at. There's all familiar rivals in there. The only one missing from that pack would have been Indonesia. Myanmar has stepped in instead. Quick defensive measures taken by the captain. Kim Won-win manages to ward off the oncoming threat. Keelan. Mahali bin Jasuli with the throw-in. Keel slipping it back to Mahali. Ongso. Questioning the referee's decision there. But it is a free kick for Team Malaysia. Mohamed Abriyaya would not get behind that, but this time it's Nur Sharul who attempts a sneaky shot, and Shukar Adnan with an attempt to knock that in, but Adnan fails to hit the target. Well, the captain of Team Malaysia has been rather silent for most part of, well, this second period. Khairul Fahmi. Well, defense twice. The Malaysian defenders will just ball watching. Well, that is excellent work being done here by Khairul Fahmi. The Malaysian custodian are high alert. Well, stopped the first shot and the rebound before he got a helping hand from Mohamed Afif. So Myanmar, well, did come up with 2 deadly strikes. Not convincing enough though. There's a free kick for the White Angels. Kyokoko. Well brought down. And this is how it all panned out. Min Min Thu denied. And that was followed up by Nanda Kyo also being denied. Keelan goes for the tricky pass. Here's Kim Wong with the delivery, and Min Min Thu heads that wide. Just going to look at some of the Myanmar players. Keelan plays for Yangon United, has been with them since 2009. He's an influential player for the 2-time Myanmar National League winners Yangon. Was included in Goal.com's Asian Best 11 for October 2012 and Goal.com's Reader's Choice for the AFF Player of the Year. Now, he's played for the Malaysian under-23 as well as the under-22, but for Myanmar, 5 goals. Sorry, he's played for the Myanmar under-23 and under-22, but for Myanmar, that's for the national squad, the main team. He scored 5 goals in 15 appearances since 2011. So he's been quite, well, a talented lad. As I said earlier, a bit of a drama queen. But most skilled footballers, well, can enact as well as react on field. Yes, Khairul Fahmi. Myanmar have never really made the higher grade in the AFF Suzuki Cup. The highest was a 2004 4th place finish. Malaysia, on the other hand, 96 runners-up. 2000, 2004, 2007, 2012, third place. 2002, fourth place. And champions in 2010. Today, Singapore kick off their journey in the 2014 tournament against Thailand. That's at the National Stadium, the state-of-the-art National Stadium, which was opened fairly recently in Singapore. And Thailand and Singapore, of course, very fierce rivals. We've got a change coming on. Zamuddin Akil will be replaced by Safiq Rahim. So here's Safiq Rahim, former captain of Team Malaysia. He comes in for Zamuddin Akil, while bringing on an inspirational midfielder. Might be the way out for Tola Saleh. And that's as we hit 70 minutes right here in the game. 20 minutes left in this Group B encounter between Malaysia and Myanmar, where it's still goalless at the Jalan Besar Stadium. What will be the outcome of this game? Your guess is as good as mine. Here's Yanong Kyo. Well, he's earned a free kick for Team Myanmar. And that's a solid one, kept low and driven through, but it's past the right post. So no worries at all. And Khairul Fahmi won't be too happy with his defenders, who just left the goal area kind of unprotected at most times. So Malaysia using surprise as the best element here. Keelan receiving the free kick from Min Min Thu. Khairul Fahmi. Shubharatnan. Well, not really a foul if you ask me, by Yanong Kyo. Mahali bin Jasuli. Will take the kick for Team Malaysia. Well, that's a decent delivery and lovely header, but intercepted by the Myanmar defence. Oh, that's a bit of shabby work up front for Team Malaysia. Now Mahali bin Jasuli finds Safiq Rahim. It's back to Jasuli. Safiq Rahim closing in, and that's pulled away just in time by Win Min Hut. What's interesting, if you look back at the teams, is the fact that, well, Malaysia have been quite a powerhouse in ASEAN football. A very consistent side. Myanmar still on the upswing. Let's tell you a bit about the White Angels. Mahali bin Jasuli with a wasted through pass. Now, the White Angels, of course, were known as the Burma national football team until 1989, when they were renamed Myanmar. They finished second in the 1968 Asian Cup. They participated in the Summer Olympics in '72 and in the Asian Games. They were a very dominant side in Southeast Asia in the 60s and the 70s, having won the Asian Games twice in 1966 and 1970. And the Southeast Asian Games football event on 5 occasions: 65, 67, 69, 71 and 73. Since then, their highest achievement was a silver medal in 1993. Now, that's at the SEA Games. Now, Myanmar played its first World Cup qualifiers in 2007, losing 7-0 and 4-0 to China. Let's not also forget that the old Myanmar, which is Burma, sent players to the Philippines in the 1954 Asian Games and captured a bronze medal. Oh, what a lovely setup! Norsharul Idlon unable to take advantage of that. That is a brilliant run down the right flank. It certainly looked like there would have been something at the end of this. Mohammad Amri Yahya finds the gap, but Norsharul wasn't anticipating the pass. All it needed was a gentle touch, deflection, and that's it. It would have been strike one Malaysia. Well, lovely setup by Mohammad Amri. Well, just looking back at Myanmar, of course, Myanmar have been Asian Cup runners-up 68, Asian Games winner 66-70, AFC Challenge Cup 4th place in 2008 and 2010, Southeast Asian Games champions in 65, 67, 69, 71 and 73. So it's been a very rich history as far as football is concerned in Myanmar. Shukor Adnan comes off. He's passed the captain's armband to Mohammad Amri Yahya. Adnan is 35 years old now. He's being replaced by Badrul Bakhtiar, who plays for Kedah AFC. We'll kind of wonder whether the Malaysian team is really struggling with a bit of the age count. While Khairul Fahmi bin Chamat is only 25, and Fadli Shahs is 23, Zubair Azmi 23. Let's look at the other players. Mohammad Amri Yahya is 33, Kunalan 28, Shukor Adnan 35, Safiq Rahim is 27 now, Safi Salih is 30, Mohammad Afif 30. Oh, tries to sneak that one in, and it's just a trickle by Kyokoko that will be picked up by Khairul Fahmi. We've yet to see a moment in today's game. It's been a bit of pushing and pulling and tugging, but nothing really monumental, nothing for the photo books as yet. That's another collision. Min Thu. Well, collides with Safiq Rahim. And Myanmar get the benefit of that call. Here's a change for Myanmar. Min Thu will come off. And he's being replaced by Kyo Zair Win. 23-year-old Kyo Zair Win, who plays for Kambavza in the Myanmar National League. Well, he'll step in for Min Thu. Min Thu is a GFA defender. Finally the change. Kyoza Erwin comes in for, well, he comes in for Keelan and not Min Min Tu. Kyoza Erwin is in for Keelan. So Myanmar once again miss out on an opportunity. Min Min Tu is still on field. And I do stand corrected, Min Min Tu plays for Ayeyawadi United. So that's a new lad on field, making the difference the moment he got on. Kyoza win. I wonder if it was the smartest move to pull off Keelan. Well, he did make, well, a few inroads into the Malaysian defence earlier in the game. So just 10 minutes shy of hitting full time here at the Jalan Besar Stadium. A goal in waiting, a scoreline unchanged. That's our current status. There's Khairul Fahmi. Ali bin Jasuli to take the throw in for Team Malaysia. Oh, that's a decent delivery. And alert to the danger. Smart move there by Nandalin Kyochit. Coach Raddy will realise that his team did have a few good opportunities to knock the ball in. It's all about grabbing it by the horns, which they failed to do so far. And while most have been waxing eloquent about the Singapore National Stadium, the newly built one, I've got a bit of history to talk about as far as Jalan Besar is concerned. The stadium, of course, has so much behind it. Well, it's located in the Kallang area of Singapore. It's a home stadium of the Young Lions, the S League football team. It's also the home ground for the Singapore Lions 12 soccer team, who was during 2012 and 13. Here's the RC2. He makes a decent save. That ball just might have sneaked in. Stadium, of course, and well, the Lions will use this as a home ground during the 2012 and 2013 Malaysia Super League season. It's also been used for Singapore national football team matches while the Singapore Sports Hub was in construction. 8,000 people can be seated here at a given time, and it's just a part of the Jalan Besar Sports and Recreation Centre, which is a community sports facility That includes the stadium and a swimming complex next to it as well. Well, that's chipped over nice and easy, but well, good defence put up there by Mohamed Afif. Clears the ball just in time. Well, Ulaanbaatar was originally opened on Boxing Day in 1929. It's considered to be the birthplace of Singapore football. Malaya Cup matches were played at the stadium from 1932 to 1966. Malaysia Cup matches from 67 to 73. I'll tell you a bit more about the stadium, but for now, it's a corner opportunity for Team Myanmar. Team Malaysia putting up a defensive wall in the last 10 or 15 minutes. Myanmar keep knocking on their door. Khairul Fahmi with the clearance. And this time Mohamed Afif sticks the foot out. Afif once again with the clearance. Well, you really know that when the opposition's goalkeeper is out of position, you might want to take advantage of that, and Myanmar have failed to do that. Khairul Fahmi has punched the ball away. He's not really held on to most of those efforts that have come in. Kim Won wing. Kim Won sending it, of course, to his defender, who's pushed it back to the keeper. Now here we go. Down on Kyo. Well, to tell you a bit more about the Ulaanbaatar Stadium, it's also hosted major events in Singapore's history. The Youth Festival in 1955, the first Singapore Armed Forces Day in 69, the 1984 National Parade. Ball flying off Mohamed Afif's back, and Khairul Fahmi will take evasive action. Better be safe than sorry, says Khairul here. Now, the original Ulaanbaatar Stadium closed in 1999 December for rebuilding. The new one was opened in 2003 with a seating capacity of 6,000. The position of the pitch maintained its exact position as the previous stadium, but in 2006, under the FIFA goal plan, the stadium's pitch was relayed with FIFA one-star recommended turf and artificial turf. The cost of relaying the pitch cost $1 million and was funded by the FIFA goal program in 2008. The stadium's pitch was relayed again at the cost of $400,000 with FIFA two-star recommended artificial turf, better quality than the first. And the stadium, of course, also hosts S-League games that are shown live on Singapore television. Burnley FC and the Singapore selection side played a friendly on 24 July 2010. During the 2010 Youth Olympics held in Singapore, the stadium was designated venue for both the boys and girls football tournament. Atletico Madrid has also played here against the Singapore selection side on May 22nd, 2013 in the Peter Lim Charity Cup. Singapore lost the game 2-0 back then. Well, back to the action on field. We are heading towards the finish. It's been a tough ride here. Malaysia going a man short in the first period with the sending off of Gary Stevan Robot after he received a second yellow card and a resulting red. Myanmar have fought hard to hit the target, but they've also, well, actually taken Malaysia to task on a few occasions in the second period. It's still goalless here at the Ulaanbaatar Stadium, and, well, the minutes are flying by faster than you can expect. We will have a bit of added time thrown in for stoppages. Will it be enough for either side to make it count? Well, I wouldn't speculate. We've still got changes coming on. And it's Indraputra Mayudin who plays for Felda United. The 33-year-old will replace Norsharul Idlan. Norsharul were unable to make it count today. Kyokoko. Moving it down to Tin Renong, and that's picked up by Khairul Fahmi and Min Min Thu. Well, receives a caution. That's a deliberate move on Khairul Fahmi. Safiq Rahim not happy with Min Min Thu, and Min Min Thu trying to rile him up. Let's not forget Safiq Rahim and Khairul Fahmy are very good mates. Really a silly move by the Malaysian midfielder as Khairul Fahmy makes the save, and then a challenge by Min Min Thu that knocks Khairul Fahmy against the left post. Not wanted, really unwanted if you ask me. So Min Min Thu getting a yellow card as well. 3 yellow cards have been handed out to Myanmar players, 3 to Malaysian players. Actually 4 to Malaysian players and a red card. Khairul Fahmy takes the goal kick. We have hit 90 minutes. We've moved into added time. There's been a few fouls and a few stoppages and a few, well, I'd say delays on field. Remember the don't delay play. It's a quite amount of time that you need to get in to a football game. It's mandatory by FIFA. 3 minutes of added time, that's what's thrown in. Throw an opportunity for the White Angels. Pulled away by Team Malaysia. Adol Bakhtiar. Gets a foot out there from Min Min Thu. Good work being done here by Team Myanmar. They've got the pace, it's just that finishing ability which has been lacking today. Fadli Shahs. Well, Malaysia, being a man short, have put on a good show as well in the second period. You would think that they might have just led in a goal or two. They've packed in a solid defence. Khairul Fahmy, well, the man responsible for that. Well, that looked like a handball there. Did it actually scrape Safa Ibrahim's hand? Full time at the Jalan Besar Stadium in Singapore as the first Group B encounter between Malaysia and Myanmar finishes off as a stalemate affair. Well, there have been a few chances for both sides on field, but they failed to convert them, and that's the reason why the scorelines have been unchanged since kick-off. But we do hope you've enjoyed our coverage of this game in the 2014 AFF Suzuki Cup. The final score here at the Jalan Besar Stadium, it's Malaysia 0, Myanmar 0. Thank you so much for sharing the action of this game with us. Don't forget that Singapore versus Thailand kicks off in just a little bit, where Mark Richmond will be taking over for the commentary. Do stay with us for that as well, and that's going to be at the Singapore National Stadium. From me, Glenn Mascarenas, it's time to say goodbye. I'll catch you again real soon with more 2014 AFF Suzuki Cup action.